Alright, we're back. Took a couple hours to get the shop warmed up. So I'm going to get back on this knuckle motor here. Figure out what we're going to do to make this thing finish it up. Yeah, whatever. Finish it up on my tripod. Put the crap in the way. Alright, so we left off on the cam. So we got our in play in the case. Come on, light, stay on. So there's our in play for our crank. You can see how it moves back and forth. The rod also moves back and forth. So we got good 20th out on both of those numbers. So happy with that. Now the cam we put in here, it was rotating. So it does that. It has in play in it. Yep. Put our 10 to 15 in there at least. Probably 20. Okay, so that's good. We don't have pinion gear here to rotate it correctly, so we just have to play with it. So one thing I did notice is that the lobe comes around and hits the case right there. So we're going to have to notch about 50 thou at least out of the top of that case right there. Make a little cut to give some room. The other problem I kind of noticed is that the cam doesn't rotate past this point either. And there's nothing else to hit around over here, but we are hitting, I think, on the gear, circuit breaker gear down there because the cam's got too much left. So the way you tell that is you get your feeler gauge out here. And preferably you want probably 10 to 15 thou minimum. So I'd say we got a 0. In the wrong direction for low numbers. That's what I do. Okay, what do we got? We got 4 and 3, which is nowhere near a number. Whoa, how many we got in here? Alright, I need 2 hands here. That's too hard to do. This stupid camera screwing with me. Okay, there, now I get over, I can see with it. Okay, there's a 4 thou feeler gauge right there. So, we want to see if this will fit in between the cam and that lobe. Okay, cam is locked up and feeler gauge is free. So it's not hitting on that. See it moves in there. I gotta rotate the circuit breaker gear, make sure it doesn't hit, but it appears to be going in there pretty easy. So that was a 4 thou. So I'll go ahead and put a bigger number in there and see what we got. Let's see, there's a 15. Okay, we have lots of room for that in there. Ooh. No, we don't have 15. Found a tight spot. Okay, so we know we're closer than 15. Let's drop down to a 10. All the gears have to rotate the minimum spot. Okay, we're close. So we got 10. It's hard to tell exactly what the number is, but you got 2 rotating parts, so with the crank you could tell easily, but with with the thing moving, but with it not moving, We definitely got drag at 10. So let's drop down to 8. Appears to be better. Rotate the cam a little bit, try to find the tightest spot. Okay, so it appears we got at least 8. A little close, but it'll work. The bush shouldn't have to wear 8th out for it to get close enough to hit. But the cam is still locking up, so something is locking up our cam gear in here. Not sure what it is. So next location is over here. It's on the top of the case right there. That obviously is not it because it has free play. So that is not it. So I don't know what it's hitting on. Alright, so we have to pull the cover off and take a look-see. See if we can figure out what it's hitting on besides the case. It's obviously hitting on something because it won't rotate. Don't know what, but I know it's rotating. Okay, it feels like it's falling out. Okay, bushings are tight. I'm missing a dowel pin. Oh, all the dowel pins are missing. So we have no idea what our fit pin is right now. Great. So what are we hitting on this? Right there it's tight. Okay, my guess is crap on gear teeth are causing the tightness. Got some kind of fibrous material, rust, I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of residue is on the cam. Petrified grease, I don't know, something. Okay, that's probably some of the problem. The other problem is the breather valve is kind of tight in the hole also. Kind of sharp edges. So that could be some of it also. So you see the shiny edge right there in the inside corner. Got to be on the outside of these teeth here, which are really sharp. And you can see how sharp, how worn this gear is. It's really, really sharp in there. So any kind of a pressure on this is going to make this drag heavily. We didn't check our in-play on this to see what our in-play was, so maybe it's a little tight, don't know. For sure the gear teeth are digging in the corner. So what needs to be done is we need to grind the outside of the teeth a little bit to radius them over a little bit, put a little chamfer on the edge, and that should stop digging in the corner right there. They're really sharp. So need to play with that a little bit also. That obviously is good. So what I need to do is put the pinion gear on here and actually check to see what kind of a timing we really have. I want to make sure that this lobe right here does not hit the cam. That full lift that comes around hits. That's our case hitting. Okay, where's our lobe at? There's our high lobe. Doesn't appear to be hitting anywhere. That's our clearance. So that's good. There's no tight spot here, so it's got to be those teeth. Okay. But we do know we're hitting on the case. So you've got to grind the side of the lobe away, which I don't like doing. Instead of doing race bikes though. Or we can go in and cut the case away. Right there in the top corner there. Right through here. Put a little radius right through there. So you can do it with a die grinder or you can do it with a milling machine. Die grinder is a lot quicker but not as clean looking. It's a lot quicker though, easier. And it does a good enough job. But how deep we need to go is the question. Oop, looks like I need to go pretty deep. So that's more than just a chamfer, it's going to be a counterbore, so that's got to be done on a mill. Or we're going to have to cut the piss out of the case with a die grinder to do it, which is not as clean looking. Alright, so we're going to do a little milling machine on that one. Alright, so we'll play with that a little bit. Gotta grind that back a little bit. What else do we gotta do? Gotta find some dowel pins. One for there, one for here. Don't know where those are at. Found one. There's one. We have one. That's all I found. I was looking for those for a while now. Put them up here. I think I stole this out of one of my cases. Alright, so I gotta hunt down one of these. So we'll go hunt down another one of those. And I'll get this all apart and we'll go put this in the milling machine. So we'll be back.